In this video, I'm going to show you how to create a complete sales funnel in Systeme.io from start to finish. We're going to build a simple 3-step funnel together using a real example, a sales page, an order form, and a thank you page for a book called the Smart Marketing Playbook. I'll walk you through the main dashboard, how to create your funnel, how to choose and customize your templates, and how to check your contacts, emails, and orders inside Systeme.io. By the end of this video, you'll have a full sales funnel set up and you'll understand exactly how the editor works, how to move and edit sections, how to change images and buttons, and how to make sure everything looks good on both desktop and mobile. We're going to keep everything simple and easy to follow, and we'll only use the built-in tools that you already have in your Systeme.io account. Once you have signed up for your Systeme.io account, you should be taken to a screen that looks like this. This is the main Systeme.io dashboard. At a glance, you already have some helpful information. You can see how many leads have recently come in through your funnel. For me, this shows 1 lead. For you, it will probably be 0 because you haven't set up your funnel yet. Over on the right-hand side, there is a section for live updates. This is going to notify you anytime someone makes a purchase, signs up to your email list, or does anything important inside your funnels. As you start getting traffic and sales, this area will keep you updated in real time. Now, to actually start creating the funnel, the first thing we are going to do is go up to the top and click on Sites, and then click on Sales Funnels. When you get there, you might see some default funnels or older test funnels. In my case, I already have 1 funnel here. I'm going to go ahead and delete this so my screen looks just like yours. Once that funnel is deleted, the list should now be empty. You should see a message saying that the list is empty, and this is exactly what we want. Now we can start fresh and build our funnel from scratch. The first thing we are going to do is click on the plus icon that says Create in the top right corner. This is where we start creating our new funnel. When you click Create, a new window will open where we can set up the main details of the funnel. The first thing we need to decide is the goal of the funnel. You will see a few options. You can choose to build an audience if you mainly want to grow your email list. You can choose to sell a product or service. You can build a custom funnel from scratch, or you can set up an evergreen webinar. For this example, we are going to sell a product, which is our book. So I'm going to select Sell, or selling a product or service, as the goal of the funnel. Once that is selected, we can go up here and create a title for the funnel. In this example, I'm going to call this the Marketing Playbook Funnel. You can type that in as the name so it's clear what this funnel is for. Under the name, you'll see the funnel domain. By default, this is going to be your username.systeme.io. This is the default domain that Systeme.io gives you. You can customize your domain later if you want, but for this video, I'm just going to use the default domain that Systeme.io gives me. That's more than enough to get started. After that, scroll down to the currency settings. I'm going to choose US dollar as the currency for this funnel. Once you have chosen your currency, you can save and create the funnel. From here, what we are going to do is click on the name of the funnel we just created, which is the Marketing Playbook Funnel. Click on that and it will take you into the funnel's main settings area where we can start creating and customizing the different pages in our funnel. On this screen, on the left-hand side, you'll see the funnel steps. Right now, we have an order form and a thank you page. You can delete funnel steps at any time by hovering over the 3 dots next to the step and clicking on Remove. For this example, I actually want to add a new funnel step before the order form. I want a main sales page where people learn about the book before they go to the order form. To do that, click on Add Step at the bottom. A window will open where we can create a new funnel step. I'll call this step Sales Page. Under Type, I can choose the type of page this is going to be. You'll see options like Sales Page, Order Form, Upsell, Downsell, and Thank You Page. For this one, I'm just going to select Sales Page and then click Save. Now you'll see that we have a new funnel step called Sales Page added to the list. You can rearrange these funnel steps by clicking and dragging them. For this funnel, I want the sales page first, then the order form, and then the thank you page. Now the flow of the funnel makes sense. Sales page, order form, thank you page. I'm happy with this structure. The next thing we need to do is choose templates for each of these pages. Let's start with the sales page. Click on the sales page step and you'll see some template options displayed. You can preview any template by hovering over it and clicking on preview. This will open the template in a new tab and show it full screen so you can scroll through and see how it looks. When you're picking a template, it's a good idea to choose one that already looks similar to the final design you want for your website. All of the templates are fully customizable so you can change anything, but choosing something close to your desired layout will make your job easier. In this example, because I am selling a book, I'm going to pick a template that is already designed for selling a book. This is great because a lot of the layout is already done for me and I just need to customize it. Once you've found the template you want to use, click on select. After that, you can set a name for this specific page. Right now, the name might still be sales page, but I don't want that to show up like that on the site. I'm going to change it to the Smart Marketing Playbook so it looks nicer and more specific. Under the page name, you will see a URL path. This is the part that appears in the URL after your main domain. Right now, it might just be a random string of numbers and letters, which doesn't look professional. I'm going to change this to Marketing Playbook, so the link is clear and easy to remember. Once you have entered the name and the URL path, we can go ahead and start editing the page. To start editing, go over to the right-hand side and click on Edit Page. This will open the Systeme.io, http:/systeme.io editor. At first, it might look a bit overwhelming, but it's actually very simple once you understand the basic structure. The funnel page is made up of sections and elements. Each section is outlined by a green line at the top and bottom. So everything between one green line and the next green line is one section. You might see a top section for the header, another section for the main content, and more sections as you scroll down. Inside each section you have elements, like headlines, paragraphs, buttons, and images. These are usually outlined by an orange box when you hover over them. For example, you might see a big headline at the top, some smaller text underneath, a couple of buttons, and an image of a book. To customize the website, all you have to do is click into any element you want to change. Let's start with the main headline. I'll click on the headline text and then type in the title I want. For example, I can change the text to the Smart Marketing Playbook. You'll see a small toolbar above the text where you can quickly switch heading levels like heading 1 or heading 6, which changes the size of the text. But the main controls for each element are actually over on the left-hand side of the screen. This left panel is the control panel for whatever element you have selected. Because I have a text element selected, I can use this left side to adjust the font size, line height, font family, and more. If I drag the font size slider up or down, the text on the page will change automatically. You can also change the line height to spread the lines out a little more or bring them closer together. For the font family, you can choose between different options. You can select the default font or switch to Google Fonts. If you select Google Fonts, you can scroll and pick a specific font you like. For example, you might choose Montserrat. In my case, I might test a different font, but then decide that I like the original template font better, because it fits the design nicely, so I'll switch back and keep it simple. Once that first element is set up, you can move on to the next one. If you want to edit some body text, you can click into that text box and type whatever you want. The process is the same. Click, type, and adjust settings on the left-hand side if needed. For images, it works in a similar way. Click on the image and look at the left-hand panel. At the top, you'll see the current image file. To upload a new image, click on the cloud icon, then click Select File and choose an image from your computer. Once the file has been uploaded, you can select it, click Insert, and it will replace the image on your page. For this example, I might just leave the original image as it is because it already fits the design, but that is the process for changing an image if you want to. Buttons are also easy to change. click on a button, and again on the left hand side you'll see all the settings for that button. You can set what happens when the button is clicked. For example, you can send people to the next step in the funnel, which is what I'm going to do, or you can make the button download a file or send people to a different URL. You can also change the button text in the left hand panel. Right now the button might say buy the book, and I actually like that, so I might keep it. But if I wanted to change it to something like subscribe, I could just type that in and the button text will update. You can also adjust font size, line height, and other styling options for the button. The idea is the same. Click on what you want to change and use the left-hand control panel to adjust it. Any elements you see, like extra images or icons, can be changed in exactly the same way. Click them, then upload or edit them from the left side. You can also move entire sections around on the page. If you hover over a section, you will see arrows on the left side of that section. If you click the down arrow, it will move that section below the next one. If you click the up arrow, it moves it above. That's how you can rearrange the layout without rebuilding everything. If you want to delete a section that you don't need, hover over the section until you see the trash can icon. Click the trash can, confirm, and that section will be removed from the page. You can also add new sections. On the left side of the page, you can choose a new blank section and drag it onto the page where you want it. After dropping the new section, you can drag other elements into it, like a headline, some text, a form, or more buttons. It's really up to you how you want to design it. The process is the same. Drag, drop, click, and edit. Once you're happy with how the desktop version looks, there is one very important step that a lot of people forget, and that is checking the mobile view. Many of your visitors will be on their phones, so you want to make sure the page looks good on mobile as well. In the editor, switch over to the mobile view. Now you can see what your funnel page looks like on a phone screen. If everything looks good, that's great. But if you see an element that looks out of place or too big, you can control its visibility. Click on the element, scroll down in the left-hand control panel, and you'll see options to make it visible or invisible on desktop and mobile. For example, if you have a large image that looks good on desktop but feels too big or awkward on mobile, you can turn it off on mobile. Click on the image, find the visibility options, and turn off visible on mobile. You'll see that it disappears from the mobile view, but if you switch back to desktop, it will still be there. You can also do the opposite, making something visible only on mobile and hidden on desktop. This gives you a lot of control over how your page looks on different devices. Once you have finished customizing your sales page and you're happy with the design on both desktop and mobile, make sure to click Save in the top right corner to save all of your changes. After saving, you can click on Exit or Exit Page to go back to the funnel steps. At this point, we have created and customized the sales page. Now we're going to move to the next step in the funnel, which is the order form. Click on the order form step on the left. Just like before, you will see different template options for order forms. You can preview any of these by clicking Preview, and when you find one you like, click Select. For this example, I'm going to pick a template that fits nicely with the style we used on the sales page, so the funnel looks consistent. Once the template is selected, you can change the internal name of the page if you want. Right now, it might be called Order Form. I actually like that, so I'm going to leave the name as Order Form. Under that, you'll see the URL path again. I'm going to change it so it says Order Form to keep everything neat and congruent with the sales page URL. After that, we can click Save and then click Edit Page to customize this order form. Inside the editor, you'll see a similar drag and drop layout. Some sections may have messages like, "This is an example, please add payment methods in the step settings page." That's totally normal. It's just reminding you that you will need to connect your payment settings for the form to work. You can edit the text and images on this order page just like you did on the sales page. For example, if there is a book image and title, you can change the title to "The Smart Marketing Playbook" to match what we used before. If the template shows a star rating and a number of reviews, you can change those values too. You might see something like 5.0 stars and 123 reviews. You can adjust these numbers in the text if you want to match your product. If you don't have reviews yet and you don't want that section on the page, you can simply delete the text box or section using the same trash can icon method. Again, the process is simple. Click on what you want to edit, adjust it on the left-hand panel, and move or delete sections if you need to. Once you're happy with how the order form looks, check the mobile view again to make sure it looks good on phones. When everything looks right, click Save and then exit the editor. Now we've completed the first two steps, the sales page and the order form. The last step in the funnel is the thank you page. Click on the thank you page step. Just like before, you can choose a template. I'm going to pick one that fits with the templates we used earlier, so the design stays consistent throughout the funnel. Once I select the template, I can leave the name as thank you page if I like it, or change it if I want. For this example, I'll just leave it as is. Then I'll click Edit Page to open the editor. On the thank you page, you'll usually see a simple message thanking the customer for their purchase or sign up, plus maybe some instructions about what happens next. I actually like the look of the template I'm using, and there isn't much I want to change. If you want to edit anything, you can click any text, image, or button and adjust it using the controls on the left. You can also change button links and text just like before. Once you've checked that the thank you page looks good, both on desktop and mobile, click Save and then Exit. At this point, we have created the full funnel, sales page, order form, and thank you page. Now that the funnel is built, let's take a quick look at how you can see who is signing up or buying through your funnel. At the top of Systeme.io, click on Contacts. This section will show you all the people who have entered their email or purchased your product. You'll see their email addresses listed here. This is really useful because these are the people you can follow up with, whether they opted in for something free or bought your book. Next, you can go to Emails at the top. In this section, you can create campaigns and send email sequences to your contacts. For example, you can send follow-up emails to people who bought the Smart Marketing Playbook or send extra content to people who joined your list from the funnel. This helps you make more money and build a better relationship with your audience by staying in touch. You can also go over to Products and then look at Orders. This area is going to show you all of the orders from the people who purchased your product through your funnel. You'll be able to see who bought, when they bought, and for how much. So that is how you can build a full sales funnel with Systeme.io using a real example. We started from the main dashboard, created a brand new funnel, set the goal to selling a product or service, named it the Marketing Playbook Funnel, and used the default domain and US dollar currency. Then we added and arranged the funnel steps so that we have a sales page, an order form, and a thank you page. We chose templates for each page, edited the headlines, text, images, and buttons, and learned how the sections and elements work inside the editor. We looked at how to move and delete sections, how to drag in new ones, and how to control which elements show up on desktop or mobile. After that, we customized the order form, set a clean URL path like order form, and made sure everything looked consistent. Finally, we set up the thank you page and then checked how to view contacts, email campaigns, and orders. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit the like button and tap the subscribe button so you don't miss future tutorials. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.